Ahead of the new season, I will be assessing every top six team chance of winning the Premier League. Today, we'll be heading to the red side of Manchester. Over the course of last 10 years or 10 plus years, that city has been dominated by their noisy neighbours, Manchester City. And with the exit of Man City's greatest or arguably Premier League greatest manager ever, Pep Guardiola, this summer, you would think this is the perfect chance for Man United to take over and reinvent themselves. But currently, I don't think that would be the case because let's look at it critically. Last season, it took a miracle and their former captain and midfielder Michael Carrick to reinvent this Man United team and helped them to qualify for the Champions League. And with that being a good opportunity, you would think this summer, especially this transfer window, Man United will be the busiest team. But that has not been the case. They've only managed to sign two quality signings, Andre Santos and Yuri Tillemans. This is so poor from them, I won't lie, because last season, even though they had to play just 40 games, the lack of squad depth was glaring. If not for the brilliance of Bruno Fernandes throughout that season, I don't think Man United would have actually qualified for the Champions League. So coming into this new season, I expected Man United to be one of the busiest in the transfer window because they have too many holes all over their team. If you look at the goalkeeping spot, it's settled. Lamens is a good buy. Right back, there is a bit if there, but you can see Mazraoui and Dalot can do a job, so no problem. Right centre back, Maguire is there. Delete is injury prone, but they can manage. But on the left centre back position, Martinez is supposed to be the defender there, but I won't bet on Martinez staying fit the whole season. The other option is Eddie Neville. For me personally, I think Man United need another defender. Left back position, Man United are cooked because they only have Luke Shaw there. The other person who was supposed to be a backup is Patrick Dogu. But these days, Dogu is a left winger, which is another position for concern for Man United. I know Rashford will likely stay back, but Rashford is not the same Rashford of those days. I know Cunha played there sometimes, but Cunha is not a natural left winger. So Man United need a left back, they need a left winger. In midfield position, they've managed to sign Andre Santos and Yuri Tillemans. But even coming to this season, throughout last season, they needed more signings on top of Casemiro. So now they've lost Casemiro and they just signed two players. If you look at the Man United midfield, they have just 6 players. And inside those 6 players, 2 of those players, one of them is injury prone. I'm talking about Mason Mount. The other, Ugarte, is not wanted and is currently injured. So basically, they have just 4 fit midfielders. Bruno Fernandes, Yuri Tillemans, Andre Santos, and Kobe Mino. So it's very funny. Like, how are Man United going to sustain that midfield, especially with the addition of Champions League football? I was expecting at least 3 signings minimum for that midfield. Because still, with those 2 profile signings, they still need a DM, someone with legs. Because that midfield is lacking legs. It's lacking someone who will cover ground for them. So let's go to the right wing. Right wing, I think that's the position they are better off. There's Amand there, there's Mbeumo there, so I don't think that's a problem. In the striker position, I feel they need someone else to deputize for Sesko, who is currently injured. So Sesko is not going to start the season. Are they going to rely on Joshua Zexi, or Mbeumo is going to also be the first 9? So if you look at all of this, there's so many question marks in this Man United team. So many question marks. Man United still have the same backline they had in 2022 season. That's the same backline they have in 2026. There has not been any meaningful addition apart from Eddie Neville. So it's crazy, it's mind-boggling, to be honest, that Man United are not busy in this transfer window. That's why I feel with the addition of Champions League football, this team can easily be decimated with injuries. And you won't expect, or I'm not expecting Bruno Fernandes to have that same season he had last season. Last season he was on fire. He might not have the same season. And this is where having other players who will be able to step up comes into the fray. But I don't see it happening. So I'm so disappointed at the window Man United has had so far. And that's why I feel they won't be able to win the league this season. To be honest, that's the truth. Because if you look at the other teams, Man United are one of the teams who are worst off when it comes to squad depth. They don't have a good bench. They don't have good enough substitutions. Unless this is corrected before the end of the transfer window, I don't see Man United winning the league. That's my honest truth and assessment of this Man United team ahead of the new season.